Stone watching. This is another installment in my retro rewatch series, and today we're talking about 1996 classic Biodome. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can notify if your future videos. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, I was scrolling through what's going to be leaving HBO Max soon playlist, and I came across the 1996 classic Biodome starring Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin. And I was like, man, I haven't watched this movie in a long time. So I figured I'll do a rewatch on this and do a video on it. And I gotta say, after doing that, this movie did not land like it did back when I was younger, man. I mean, not at all. I mean, there were some parts in this movie I still kind of find funny. Some parts, but not as many as they did back then. I mean, all I could say is that the 26-year-old me back in 96 loved this movie. I mean, loved this movie. It was always like, not the world's greatest, but it was funny. It was like one of them all-time stoner classics. The 49-year-old me now is like, what the hell was I on? You know what I'm saying?
And what's your little name? Purple Sticky Punch? You're gonna make someone really happy.
Biodome is a 1996 American comedy film directed by Jason Blum and written by Adam Leff, Mitchell Peck, and Jason Blumenthal. It was produced by Motion Picture Corporation of America and distributed theatrically by MGM. The plot of the film revolves around two clumsy, dim-witted slackers who, while on a road trip, look for a toilet stop in what they believe is a shopping mall, which turns out to be a biodome, a form of an enclosed ecological system in which 5 scientists are to be hermetically sealed for a year. The film has themes of environmentalism combined with drug use, sexual innuendos, and toilet humor. Released January 12th of 1996, Biodome was panned by the critics and set a record low score on 1 out of 100 on Metacritic. On December 18th of 2013, Stephen Baldwin appeared on Mad Cow Mahler's radio TV show, confirming that he was in talks with Pauly Shore about making a sequel to the film, revolving around the children of their characters, Bud and Doyle. Starring in this film, we have Pauly Shore, Stephen Baldwin, William Atherton, Joey Adams, and Kylie Minogue, just to name a few. Now, currently, Biodome is sitting with a Rotten Tomato score of 4%. I have to say that is the lowest Rotten Tomato score for a movie I have ever seen, at least about as long as I've actually been paying attention to this sort of thing. But I've never seen a movie with that low of a score before, ever. I mean, I guess it's kind of deserving. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was only 26 top critics that actually did a review on this movie, and like only maybe a handful of them actually wrote down an actual review. The rest of them just pretty much wrote down a low score, and that's it. Give it an F. That's all they would say about the movie. Now, over on the audience side, we're sitting with a score of 51%. So a little over half out of the 50,000 plus reviews from fans kind of liked this movie. And I read a few of them, and it kind of went back and forth. Some liked it, some didn't like it, some kind of liked it just because it was like one of those movies that was kind of bad. Now, with a budget of $8.5 million and its total box office of $13.4 million, and the critic response and the audience response, it's safe to say that there will not be a sequel to this movie. And like the story that Stephen Baldwin was talking about on that talk show pretty much sounds like the for the storyline for the Bill and Ted's 3 movie that just came out here not too long ago. I mean, come on, man. I mean, maybe you could make another sequel to this movie with hopefully a better story. I mean, I don't know. And I did see like Pauly Shore tweeted out something saying that he'd like to do a sequel to all his movies. Now, that being said, I can probably only see one of his movies I would probably want to see a sequel to, and that would be Son-in-Law. You know what I'm saying? The classic Thanksgiving movie, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you could do another one of those. I mean, that one seemed like they could possibly have like a story in there where you know, his kids on the farm or something. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's really the only movie that he's done that I can actually see. Maybe they might be able to do a sequel to, or maybe they could do a sequel to In the Army Now, where he's, you know, dealing with PTSD, but I don't know if that's not really funny, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, his movies were always kind of comedies. It had like some kind of serious parts into it when he was trying to do drama type stuff, but for the most part, it was just wacky, stupid humor, you know what I'm saying? Other than Encino Man, I did like that one, but I don't know if you can really do a sequel to that one anymore, you know what I mean? I guess one of the redeeming qualities of this movie was the on-screen appearance of Tenacious D.
Needed to save some trees. We just want to save some trees. Don't say we didn't save some freaking trees.
Jack Black and Kyle Gass. I mean, I forgot they were even in this movie, and then reading the description on Wikipedia for this movie, come to find out this is their first on-screen appearance. That's pretty damn cool. I mean, it's probably like one of the funny parts in this movie, you know? So I am so disappointed going watch some of these movies. I go back and I watch them going, oh man, this movie was awesome, just like it was back in the day. And there's some of these movies I'm watching now, I'm going, man, gummies can't say these movies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All film is subjective. So this movie might land differently with you than it does with me. So have you watched Biodome starring Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin? Let me know in the comments down below. Where does this movie rank with you with all the other stoner movies from back in the day? Let me know in the comments down below. And what do you think? Is this movie good or bad? Let me know what you think in the comments down below.